Station, this is Houston. Are you ready for the event?
Houston, this is Station. I'm ready.
Canadian Space Agency, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call Station for a voice check. Canadian Space Agency, this is Mission Control Houston. Please call Station for a voice check.
Station, this is Jenny Seide-Gibbons at the Canada Science and Technology Museum. How do you hear me?
Bonjour, Jenny. I got you loud and clear. Ready to talk with you.
Bonjour, Jenny. I got you loud and clear. Ready to talk with you.
Wonderful. We are excited that you're able to join us today and help launch Exploring Earth with Roberta Bondar. I'm especially excited to hear both of your perspectives on seeing our beautiful planet from space.
Merci, Jenny. Moi, je suis vraiment très content d'être avec vous aujourd'hui.
Merci, Jenny. Moi, je suis vraiment très content d'être avec vous aujourd'hui.
So, David, we're interested here to learn about how you're looking out that cupola. We saw pictures and a little video that you sent online about opening the windows and letting the light come in, and then we have seen some pictures of you with the cameras. Are you finding it a little bit easier in space to take pictures than down here in the ground with cumbersome ball heads and tripods?
Yes, we can tell. Hello, Roberta. Nice to speak to you. I know you're a seasoned photographer, keen photographer. You would love that cupola. It is an amazing place to take photos from. And even the most giant lens weigh nothing, so you don't need a tripod at all. You can just leave them there and they stay. Actually, if they're long and heavy, then they tend to stay stable. So it actually helps. It is a wonderful place. It's my favorite moment of the day when I open those window shutters in the morning and I have the first view at the planet. And whenever I have a chance during the day, I float up there. And in the evening, when we close the shutters, I wave the bye-bye to our beautiful planet.
Well, I want to thank you, David, for taking the images for our Protecting Space for Birds project. It's really wonderful for us to be able to combine our surface photography with our helicopter work and your space photography, because I understand even this past week you were able to photograph one of the targets, one of the many targets we've given you.
Yes, thanks to a lot of people working hard on the ground. We get good planning, good provision, good predictions of when we're going to fly over there. And I can show up, grab the camera, and do my best to find the location and take a good photo. And if we're lucky, you need good weather, of course, but eventually we'll get through it.
Do you find things are moving pretty quickly? I know that you're going very fast up in space, but when you look at the planet, do you have to plan like an orbit ahead of time, or do you get enough warning that you get up there and maybe photograph something that's still about 1,200 kilometers away? How do you work that?
So we get a heads up about 3-4 minutes ahead of when the location is right underneath us, and that's roughly when it appears over the horizon for us. So that's enough time. The trick, of course, is to be disciplined and keep your camera ready. We have this quiver of cameras in the cupola with different lenses, and we're very disciplined at making sure the batteries are fully charged. There's a camera, there's a card for the photos ready, so we can just show up and go start shooting.
Station on to complete with the conference.
And do you have a favorite place that when you look out the window you feel very happy when you see it, and you know that in another few orbits you might be over it again, maybe just a different perspective? Is there some place that you really have liked looking at because of the color or the shape?
Well, of course, dear to my heart is the province of Quebec, where I was born and then grew up. And it's a funny quirk of timing. The first time I got a chance to speak with my family on the phone, we were flying over the province of Quebec. It's easy to recognize from orbit because of the Gaspé Peninsula, very nice shape, and the huge rocky areas to the north. And because it's kind of north on our trajectory, we are at a grazing angle. We spend quite a lot of time on northern areas of the planet. So that happens pretty often. So that's my personal favorite whenever I can get a glance at the province I was from.
David, I want to thank you on behalf of the Roberta Bonder Foundation for participating in our Migratory Bird Project. Hopefully, we'll be able to show people the vast distances that birds also have to fly over the surface of our planet across borders that they can't see the way you can't see them from space. So we wish you well on your voyage and look forward to more of your photography and more of your insight into how we live in space. Thank you so much, David.
Thank you, Roberta, for the opportunity to contribute. It's a beautiful project, and we share this planet with many other species, and we have a responsibility to share it to be decent, if you want, the roommates with the other species on our planet.
Thank you, David. I mean, it's just exceptional that you can share your mission with us in this way. I know we're all pretty excited to hear about it. So we actually have some students with us who are eager to ask you some questions to learn more about Earth and what you're seeing from the space station.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Farron et je vais à Connaught Public School. Quand vous regardez la Terre, qu'est-ce qui vous surprend le plus et pourquoi?
Bonjour Farron, très belle question. Sais-tu ce qui est le plus surprenant? D'abord, la Terre est extrêmement belle, mais ça, c'est pas surprenant, je le savais. Ce qui me surprend le plus, c'est à quel point la majorité de la Terre n'est pas vraiment habitable pour les êtres humains. On croit que la Terre est très grosse, c'est vrai qu'elle est grosse, mais la plupart de la Terre, d'abord, c'est des océans. Et la partie qui n'est pas un océan, qui n'est pas submergée, c'est surtout des déserts ou des montagnes. Alors, les endroits sur Terre où les êtres humains peuvent vivre, c'est vraiment une petite fraction de la planète. Et puis après, on peut voir la toute petite couche de l'atmosphère dans laquelle nous survivons dans le vide de l'espace. Et ça me frappe à quel point, à chaque fois, la bulle dans laquelle les êtres humains vivent est minuscule et fragile, et nous devons en prendre bien soin.
Mon nom est Jillian Tran de la Vérandrie et moi je vais te poser une question. Pouvez-vous voir des désastres naturels de la station spatiale?
Oui, on peut voir des désastres, effectivement. Par exemple, on peut voir des inondations très facilement. Si c'est des grandes inondations, j'en ai vu une la semaine dernière en Amérique du Sud. On peut voir que les rivières ont débordé de leur lit. On peut voir les éruptions volcaniques aussi. On peut voir la fumée qui sort des volcans en éruption. Ça, c'est les désastres les plus grands qu'on peut voir depuis l'espace.
Je suis Liv de Connaught Public School. À quoi ressemblent les ouragans et les tempêtes de l'espace?
Hurricanes from space.
Bonjour Nive. Alors,
hello, Neve. Well, a hurricane from space is like a big white cloud with a hole in the middle, that is the center, the depression. And we can also see storms and lightning when we fly at night over lightnings. It's absolutely incredible and so beautiful. We can see the clouds, white clouds, and sometimes you see a flash of light through the clouds. My name is Giselle, and my question is, can you see lights from big cities from the ISS? Yes, we can see it very easily. We can see all the cities at night. During the day, it's quite difficult. The marks of human beings on the Earth, but at night it's much easier, especially when we fly over America or Europe or Asia. We see all the cities. It's very easy, and sometimes I try to guess which city it is according to the shape of the lights that we see.
Bonjour.
Hello, my name is Aiden. Can you see the Great Wall of China from the ISS, or is it just a myth? Aiden, very good question. I try indeed to see it, and no, we cannot see it. Well, at least I couldn't. I think it's because the wall is not a continuing line. It's like little bits and pieces, and it's very difficult to see, and I couldn't see it, but maybe Roberta Bonda saw it. You could ask her. Hello, my name is Christian, and my question is, can we see a big change on Earth between summer and winter? Yes, very easy because of the snow, and it's very impressive at night with the full moon, like right now. And because of the full moon, and when it's the full moon at night, we can see the Earth glistening white. It's absolutely fantastic.
My name is Russell, and I'm from Conant Public School. What is your favorite thing on Earth to look at from space?
Hey, Russell. The most beautiful, amazing thing I've seen from here is the Northern Lights. It's just so incredible. It's like green lights dancing over the horizon. They're below us, of course, when we're on space station. So imagine you're looking at the Earth at night, and there's these like green, it looks like green, fluorescent green smoke that's dancing over the Earth. It's just unbelievably beautiful.
I'm Adele from École Catholique Saint-François d'Assise. Can you explain how you take photos of Earth from the space station?
Bonjour, Adele. Yes. So we have this beautiful bay window we call the cupola. It's like a half sphere of glass, basically. We can go in there and look in every direction. And we just take a normal camera. And take photos through the window. We have cameras with different, size of lens, so we can take more zoomed-in photos. And that's how we do. So it's just like taking a photo on Earth. You just gotta, adjust for the lighting and take the best shots that you can.
Tristan de l'école Saint-François d'Assise.
My name is Tristan. Can we see frontiers or borders from space? Hello, Tristan. No, we cannot see them from space. Maybe there is a border. We can guess when there is a country where there is more light, like between North and South Korea, for instance. So that's easy to see, because in South Korea there is more light, and in North Korea there is less. So this is easy to see, but borders from space, no, we can see that Earth is a planet and that all humans share the same planet, but that's basically it.
Bonjour, Monsieur Saint-Jacques. Mon nom c'est Jacques.
Hello, Mr. Saint-Jacques. My name is Jacques, and I was wondering if you can see the impact of climate change or pollution like smog over Beijing.
Bonjour, Jade.
Yes, hello, Jad. Yes, we can see a halo over the big cities that is like the smog. And for climate change, we can compare glaciers that we see with older photographies, and we can see that the glaciers have reduced drastically because of climate change. These are two effects that we can see quite easily. Hello, my name is Clara. Can you guess the weather forecast just by looking at the Earth? Well, I can see what the climate is today, but I cannot see what it will be tomorrow, what the weather will be tomorrow. But when you listen to the weather forecast, you see the maps with the clouds moving. These are predictions, but from space, it's quite difficult to forecast the weather.
Mais tu sais, je continue ma réponse.
But if I want to continue the answer.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to complete. We use a lot of satellites to get images, and that's how the meteorologists make forecasts about the weather. So it's ultimately it comes from space.
Hi, my name is Neil from Connaught Public School. How do you recognize all the countries that you fly over?
Hi Neil, this is a fun game to play up here. If you go to the cupola, you try to guess where you are. It's just a test of your knowledge of geography. And if you really, for example, it's easy to recognize Italy. You know the shape, it looks like a boot. It's easy for me to recognize parts of Canada because I know it better than other places. If you don't know, then we have a computer nearby that tells us with a map of the world, and it tells us where the space station is at every moment of time. So then we can know where we are when we look down to the Earth. A little bit like Google Earth.
Hello, my name is Elliot from Connaught Public School, and I was wondering, can you see monuments or buildings from space? And if yes, which one is the most visible?
Yes, we can see, man-made, human-made buildings. So the most easily recognizable things are airports. They're very, very big. They're near cities. It's very easy to see the big major airports from space. You can see at night, you can see highways because it's like straight lines of light, the highways that have lights on them. That's also easy to see. You can tell bridges sometimes if they're big enough. Again, at night it's easier if they have lights on. But I would say airports definitely easy to see from space, and they're very big human-made structures.
Hi, my name is Hadley, and I'm from Connaught Public School. Can you see planes from the space station?
Hello. So we cannot see the actual planes because they fly really, really low below us. But you know, when you see planes in the sky, sometimes they leave a trail of condensation behind, a white trail of condensation that we can see from space, of course. So that's where we know that there are airplanes flying below us. But we're about, 10 times higher than airplanes here.
My name is Noah from Connaught Public School. Can you see small islands from space?
Islands, yes, we can see islands. What I love about the small islands in the Pacific is, you know what an atoll is? Some islands have around them like a little high plateau where the water is very shallow and there's a lot of marine life. That is very easy to see. So that kind of apron around the small islands is easy to see from space. And it's beautiful because it's typically some shade of turquoise color in the middle of the deeper blue of the ocean. They look like jewels on the ocean. They're amazingly beautiful, those Pacific islands.
Hi, my name is Michaela from Connaught Public School. Can you see satellites from the space station?
So we can see satellites the way you can see them. They just look like little stars that are moving. Thankfully, we cannot see them up close because that would be very, very dangerous, because we are here in space traveling at 8 kilometers every second, and so are they traveling at 8 kilometers every second on a different orbit. So there's a lot of scientists and engineers and mathematicians on the ground making sure that we will not collide with each other. And so we're all on different orbits to make sure that we never get near to each other. So we can never see a satellite from up close, but we can see them in the distance, like a little star that moves. Sometimes we release satellites ourselves. Those, of course, we can see.
Sorry to cut you off there, David. Thank you for sharing that with us. We're just about out of time, and I don't want to run over. So I want to say thank you for sharing your mission with us, and we're looking forward to more pictures of that pale blue dot from the rest of your time up there. And thank you to our amazing questions from our students. That was fantastic.
Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Dr. Bandar. Thanks for all the great questions.
Station, this is Houston ACR. That concludes the event.
Thank you, Canadian Space Agency and participants. Station, we are now resuming operational audio communications.